and welcome back to another live Tuesday night. We're going to have some fun this week. We got a super dope show scheduled for you on the Big Exclusive Podcast. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste a whole lot of time doing intros, but I will do my JOB, which is make sure I shout out our sponsors. First and foremost, if I look good, if I sound good, you can blame that on Critical Shot Studio. My man Don, if you got any audio video needs, holler at Critical Shot Studio. Special shout out to, let's run down the station, the sponsors. Critical Shot Studio, Epic Graphics. If you need those 360 cameras for your next event, holler at Bestie Booths, okay? They got the 360 with unlimited downloads. They have an attendant who will be there to attend to all your patrons' needs, or all your people that's there to have fun with you. They got somebody there to make sure everything is running smoothly, make sure everything is downloading properly, and just making sure they blend into the scenery and not be a part of the event. So holla at Bestie Boost for those 360 fun cameras for your next event. If you're not doing so, make sure you follow us on everything that's at the Big Exclusive Podcast on everything. If you want to come to the website, it's thebepodcast.com. If you are tuned in right now on Facebook, right, just do me a favor. I need you to share the live, engage with the live, hit the like button, hit the heart button, spam the shit out of it, and I'll be right back.
Oh, hey, how you guys doing? Listen, I'm Ray Wall. I'm the amazing husband to the amazing, beautiful wife, Takia Green. We created this amazing space called The Malt. The Malt is an acronym. M is for movie, A is for art, L is for lounge, essentially the camaraderie, and the T is for theater. And all we're trying to do is reframe something that we all have missed since the pandemic, how we enjoy the movies, and create that movie experience, but something that's not quite, uppity and free and flowing, and something that's very intimate. It's meant to be immersive. It's meant to feel special. We want you to come and enjoy a night with us, whether it's a movie screening, or maybe a private viewing, or just you want to use this creative space for whatever creative ideas that come to mind. We want to welcome you guys to the Malt.
Alright, and welcome back. I got to bring in another sponsor. First of all, I'm super excited that she's here today. She's had a rough week. She's not been feeling well all week. So I'm glad she's able to stop by the podcast and say hi.
Hi.
This is my lovely, lovely daughter, Cameron. Like I said, she hasn't been feeling good all week. I'm excited that she's upright and she's smiling. No fever. How your throat feel?
A little bit better.
A little bit better. I'm excited to hear that. I'm happy you're feeling better. You want to tell the people about your business real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. The floor is yours. Tell them about your business.
So what I do for my business is I do sweets. Not like candy sweets, but like brownies, cookies. I'm thinking about doing cookies. I already have brownies. So, yeah.
And what's the name of your business?
Cammy Cakes.
And where can they get Cammy Cakes?
www.icraftmark.com.
Anything else you want to say to the people?
No.
All right, you ready to go?
Yeah. Bye.
Right. Bye. I love you. Give me some sweets before you get out of here. All right, that was my beautiful daughter, Cameron. Y'all heard all about her Cammy Cakes. I guess it's time it's high time we start the show. If you guys look at the bottom of your screen, if you're on Facebook, again, let me double check right quick, make sure you guys are sharing. Shout out to Tiff, shout out to Don. Anybody else who's watching, make sure you share the live. Just checking some stats here, because we about to get into the show. All right, that's done. All right, let's get to it, man. Shout out to the angriest man in the podcast game, man. He hasn't been as angry lately, and I'm not really sure why, but I'm about to ask him right now. Welcome, Angry OG, co-host to the Big Exclusive Podcast.
Hey now.
Hey now, what you got going on, man?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Not much.
You haven't been as angry lately. What's up with that?
I've never considered myself angry. That's what y'all consider me as.
That's
what.
what
About that too.
we said. You was angry,
Yeah.
and you wasn't angry.
Never.
All right. So how was your weekend?
Typical weekend. Nothing too exciting.
What you do this weekend?
Lay low.
What the fuck is that?
I hung up at the football field. My homies at the football field. My brothers watched some youth football. Hung out there all day Saturday. Yeah.
All right. So
That's about it.
hung out, watched some youth football. What else you do? That's it.
Yeah, you ask too many questions now. Man. You starting to be intrusive.
I can't ask you. I can't ask you no questions, bro.
You starting to be intrusive now, my man.
Who you was at the field with this weekend?
All my brothers from the Monarch.
Speaking of Monarchs, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the podcast, man. Fight should be joining us in a second. Let me check my message. I haven't seen him join backstage yet, but the lineup for the show is dope. The lineup for the show is dope. I don't know, I'm double checking my phone. And if you guys looked at what's that? Is that you?
Yeah, I was trying to do something.
So we wanted to talk about the impact of youth football, and you invited a special guest to join us tonight to talk about the impact of youth football, and I want to bring him in right now to the podcast. Everybody, welcome Coach Ant to the podcast. Ant, what's up?
Hey, fellas, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
Oh man, we appreciate you being on.
What's up, man?
Oh, hey, what's good with you?
What's up with you, man?
Another day, man. Another day.
Okay. Let me shout out my son, dude watching. What's up, dude?
All right, so let's get into it, Ant. Before you start, though, we just got to bring in the last member to the Big Exclusive Podcast. All right. He already laughing because he know I'm going to start some shit. But Top Flight, what's up, bro?
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
What happened?
So
What's good with you, man?
What's going on, homie? How you?
I'm good, man.
That's what's up. Good to see you, brother.
You as well.
So first and foremost, OG, you used to be a coach of football, right? Youth football.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and step to the side, and I'm gonna let y'all talk to Coach Ant about the impact of youth football. Y'all good with that?
Of course.
Cool.
All right. Say less. Do your thing. I'll be back as soon as y'all done. Okay?
But you gotta go take a shit.
No. No, I don't have to take a shit.
Why you gotta step off though?
Because it's none of your fucking business. That's why.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Like,
I think you got the shit though, because you be having the BGs before the show start,
hey, listen.
and I think you got to take a smash, man.
You see the haircut, bro? You see the baldy?
That shit it looked like a Gillette special.
No, this was
a Gillette razor special.
No, this was was a special hookup.
Hey, man, listen, we got company. I keep telling y'all, stop acting like this. Man. We got company.
That's not company. That's my brother. He's not company.
Nah, he hating because I went down to Ethos and got my shit straight razor shaped up.
You'll be Bumpy Johnson by Wednesday.
Got my. I got the massage and the exfoliation and the I got the hookup today, man.
I
He
see.
hating on my shit, man.
I see. I ain't mad at you. Hey,
Yeah, I
hey,
told him go down and get his shit done. He keep
Yeah,
talking about there's only one person who can cut his head.
yeah. There's only one dude can cut my hair, my barber. That's it.
Yeah, he from the jungles of Guatemala and using the goddamn
Yep.
hatchet to cut that
And
bullshit.
his shit be sharp. Meanwhile, that bullshit lined up you got on your face don't even look like it happened today. Your shit look like it's a week old. Your shit ain't even sharp.
See,
hey, man, listen, we
let's
got company. Come
wait.
on, and
Listen,
how you
listen.
doing today, and how
Come
are
on,
you today, and
he got to
That's
shave
the
up with
hate.
a fucking hot butter knife.
That's the hating that
They
shit.
put his shit
See,
on a
old
hot
head
butter
like to
knife on
walk
the stove
around.
and shake him
He
up
one of
with it.
them niggas like to walk
and
around with the white shit on
Yo,
his
man.
face, so
see
everybody
what I
know he
got to
got a
deal with every
haircut and
week,
shit.
Man,
see,
I listen to the show every week, and I just sit here and I just shake my head every week.
The
see
Man,
fool
what I
got
got to
shaved
deal
up
with.
with a hot butter knife for talking shit, like.
y'all don't hold
I,
no punches, man.
Hey,
what they say to
get
me
you some
last week? It
Asian.
ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
And they gave him a magic shave special. Now he's sitting there smelling like a pile of shit from that old stinking ass magic shit they put on his head.
Well, look, at least he ain't got the chalkboard when they do the thing with the razor. You had a little white line
No,
on top of the.
that's how he showed up last week. That's exactly
Look,
how he
I
showed
didn't
up
have a
last week.
haircut last week.
It looked like a motherfucker threw powder around his
I didn't
cheek
have a
and all that
haircut last week
shit. His shit. And his face was dry as fuck.
because
Like
I don't do what you do.
tell
You put
tell
this
Les
nigga
moisturize your shit next time.
pan
Tell
down
him
in front of
moisturize.
the table.
Hey,
Just pan
listen,
down to the table
real quick.
and look at all his fucking products he got.
How,
All these
how,
beautification products he got. He doing his lips, all kinds of shit. Like he's shimmering. Like look at all that shit just to come on the show, looking zesty and shit. You look real zesty.
I know, right? Who you smelling good for? Like, what is
What
all that for, sir?
the fuck is he doing all that for? The public can't smell you and shit.
See, you the type nigga
Okay,
walk out.
anyway,
You the type nigga walk out the house and try to spray cologne after you had that same shit on for the last 3 days.
I don't even
Try to
wear
cover up
cologne.
that
I don't wear
bullshit.
cologne.
Or them
I don't wear
mushroom
cologne.
oils. You put them oils on.
I don't wear cologne. I don't even wear lotion.
Hey, you know what? He the type savage motherfucker. He dropped candle wax on his shit. Try to get
uh,
the scent from the
See,
candle on his shit.
now you on some bondage type shit. Like you done took the whole, you done took the situation somewhere else where you want to be bonded and shit, and you want
Dawn,
a
what's up?
motherfucker to walk on your back and drip hot candle wax all on you. Like, come on,
Tiffany
man.
Ann, what's up?
That's for a whole nother show. This is
I
a
like that shit.
PG-13 show right now.
I tell your son cut it off. It won't be PG-13. We could go
Man,
crazy.
my son the freak boy already, so he can tune in. He can watch this.
He get it from his dad.
I was about to
All
say
right,
you
listen,
must not know who his father is.
listen, listen. If y'all tuned into the Facebook stream, make sure y'all share, spam the like, the hearts, show us some love. Coach Ant, I want to offer a formal apology. You know what I mean? We brought you on here to talk about a very important topic, and we just went left because he get them bullshit haircuts. So we here to talk about youth
I
football.
get a Les special.
See, look, he can't
Sharpest
help it.
barber in the city.
Les ain't never been the sharpest barber in the city, bro.
You out of your fucking mind.
Stop it.
You out of your mind.
Stop it.
You out of your mind.
Stop
Now,
it.
they get ready to argue over who's the best barber now.
He
Watch this.
can't argue because he can't get a haircut no more. He just get
Y'all,
face ups. He
y'all
don't
just
get a
made a
haircut
whole
no more.
y'all just
He
made a whole new
had a
topic.
haircut since high school.
So, Coach Ant, what
Yes, sir.
team are you coaching, sir? What's the name of the team you coach? The age, the location. I gotta take over because these two keep going at it.
All right. I originally started out with the Old Monarchs back in 2005. With what we called the 55-pound kids, which were 7 and 8 year olds. I'm currently coaching at Newman Goretti High School down in South Philadelphia, and man, my whole mission was I love football. It was the Powell Centers. When I grew up in Logan, Mick Kilgore dad, Mr. Kilgore taught me all the sports, and it was my way of giving back. You know what I mean? And then I got too old that I couldn't play anymore, but I didn't want to stop playing. So the next best thing to me was teaching the kids.
Okay.
So how do you see youth football impacting not only kids, but speak to how it impacts the community as well?
Man, the best thing I could compare it to is I went to an all black college. I went to Delaware State University,
Shout out to
and
Dell State,
Ball
Dell State
State.
Hornets. You know,
Blue
when you
Hens, University of Delaware, Blue Hens. I'm
no,
sorry, I just had to say that.
oh, okay, okay,
I just had to
okay.
say that.
But
You know,
The
I
bullshit
went there.
school. It's a bullshit school.
when when you
Michael graduate, stop the dumb shit. Like,
I
yo,
didn't go to McMichael.
look, here you go. I'm gonna mute
when
him.
when you go to a
Top
all
flight,
black
take over, please.
when you go to an all black university, when you get two black colleges playing each other, man, that atmosphere is incredible. And that's how it used to be when we used to play the Binary Bantams when I was coaching Little League.
Okay.
Like those guys would come from up Germantown Avenue, come down there, and all their parents are wearing red and white. And then we have all our parents on our side wearing purple and gold. And this, I'm telling you, the whole day from 8 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night, it's just football. And you couldn't see a speck of grass. What I'm learning now, because I was also at a youth football game with Old Head this weekend, and it just seemed like to me that that's not important anymore. Of the whole parents, you would have generations of family members out there supporting one kid, and it was shameful to me because when I walked up, I'm like, man, look at all this grass. And what I meant by that was it wasn't enough people to overtake the grass on the field. So
Right.
the turnout wasn't the same as it was, let's say, 10 years ago. So, my thing is I actually mentioned to one of the people who are running the Oberg Miners nowadays, and I told him, I said, man, I'm coming back next year because this is a shame. This is a great thing, and it's getting away from where it needs to be.
So what do you think you can do to try to get some of in your terminology, how can you fill the grass back up? What do you think you can do or we can do as a whole to try to get that quote unquote the grass full again?
It starts with, I used to work at a all black charter school, right? And what their thing is always is the community. Keep everything in house. You shop where you live. You worship where you live. That builds up the community. Well, nowadays, man, people going all the way down South Philly to get a kid to come play uptown, or they're going from North Philly to get a kid to play in Southwest. Man, you gotta hit the ground running hard. You gotta take these flyers to local schools in your neighborhood and get those kids. Those kids in that community keeps the community strong.
Right.
And you gotta take it back to being about the kids. Like a lot of these coaches ain't in it for the kids. They in it for some other shit, to beat their chest and show how good of a coach they is. They go recruiting, try to make these super teams, getting kids from all different neighborhoods, and it don't be about the kids no more. And I think it went south with that. Like it really did. And you have the adults, it's not about the kids no more.
Right. Because I was going to say for me, because I play for the Blackhawks. Woohoo, Blackhawks all day.
The Blackhawks giving out money to play down there now.
Huh?
The Blackhawks giving out money to play.
Okay, now I don't know about that. I can't confirm.
I do know about that. And tell them, man, am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm flying.
What I won't do
is starting to float now. So shut up.
What I won't do, I won't embarrass another organization.
It ain't embarrassing. It's just what it is. They pay. It's paid. They pay you to play down there now.
Things are different.
So look, I got a question, right? What's the positive impact on kids who play youth football? Because I know across the nation there are certain barriers for kids to enter football. One being they want to play other sports. Another one being the financials. Like some kids may not have the money to afford equipment. 3 might be the insurance. And then I think the vast majority of parents nowadays are concerned about football and CTE with their kids. So we talking, the residual effects of the violent clashes of the heads on a consistent basis by playing football. Is that a concern for you as a youth football coach? And again, give us some positives about kids participating in youth football.
Man, to me, the most important thing about playing football, relationships. It builds crazy friendships that you will have until the day you die. I mean, I'm watching kids who I coached at the age of 5 now are friends with the same kids over 20 years later. Like it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. I know I was talking about the things that aren't going right in the beginning, but the reason why I left low league football is because I wanted to learn how to get the kids to college. So my thing is always what's next for these kids. And then for me to be able to pull kids that I coached and other kids around the city to high school to get them to college, man, I got a kid that got drafted by the New England Patriots. I have 5 kids that's in
Congratulations.
college. I have 5 kids that's in college right now. You know what I mean? So just coaching football gives you chance to get out of the city, get out of Philadelphia. The first thing I noticed when I coached for Newman Goretti, we played a game down in Wildwood. To us, that's not going nowhere. I know to all of us on the phone, that's not going nowhere. Man, it was kids on that team who never been out of Philadelphia, and they were so excited to get on a charter bus and go to Wildwood and play a football game. So now with the Little League, they're allowing them to go down to Florida for national championships. So now you're taking kids who normally don't get out of their blocks to get on an airplane and go and play in Florida. Man, that's major, man. So now they know that this football thing can take them further than they can even imagine. To me, that's the positive.
Yeah.
So did you have any other questions, Flight? OG?
No, well, more so, like y'all was saying, with getting more kids out, I think maybe
Mhm.
like you said, if you start going to the neighborhoods and going around and putting banners up and flyers up, and I think it starts with the team that you have, getting those kids involved as well. Hey man, tell your cousin and tell your friend that you met in school that may be interested. I don't know if a lot of that happens anymore because these kids are so cooped up in the house. A lot of talent is being. Well, I know my son. I had to pull teeth to get him to even try out. This dude is fast. Like he's super fast. And he got hit one time and was like, listen, right, what's gonna happen? I'm going back.
Yeah, it don't be for everybody though. Like you gotta really be special because you really signing up to be in the car crash all game long.
All the time. Like, and the
Like,
coach
it's not for every kid. Like, and
yeah,
you
and it
have
was
some parents that
like,
force their kids out there.
come on, man, you got it. He was like, nah,
Nah,
play
nah,
Fortnite.
nah. Yeah,
Top, I'm not mad at you, man.
yeah.
I've been around football since I want to say about 12, right? And playing and learning the game, got to high school, played, went to college, tried to play, didn't get on the field because I had an argument with the coach. All that to say, I have a son that'll be 19 tomorrow who's 6'3", 285, and he ain't that ball.
Justin ain't had time for that shit, man.
He ain't that ball. Like he rather go and be an engineer at college. Like he not trying to put on equipment. Everybody see him like, your son don't play ball? No, my son don't play ball, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand what you're saying.
right.
But I mean, you got like you can't really say that. You got to get the whole story though. Justin, once he got that ride in his leg, he was done. Like he ain't want, he would have played if he ain't had that ride in his leg. Ain't.
See, old head like the lobby for the youngins. But I'm gonna tell you like this: you know your child, and my child wasn't that one. I'm a dad. I was the coach. I'm telling what to do. I'm looking at his face. You got me. You got me. He go back home and go cry to his mom. But
Right.
then now let one of y'all tell him the exact same thing I told him to do. You know, Coach Top told me to go out there and run through the wall. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I just told this little nigga the same thing. But you right. Yeah, okay, yeah. Listen to Coach Top then. You know what I mean? However it's gonna work. I'm cool with
Exactly.
that.
Sometimes I think it hit different when it comes from someone else
Yeah,
versus your dad. You know what I'm
different.
saying? It's as even I even played with my dad. I know my expectations was extremely higher because he expected and wanted more from me because that's my dad. And even
Right.
the players was like, man, you only doing this because that's your dad. And I think a lot of times that's that added pressure. So when it came from the assistant coach, I was more open minded because it's like it's just a different voice. Like
Yeah.
this guy, I gotta coach. Then we got to drive home. Then I got to hear it. Then when we get home, I got to hear it. Then the
Mm-hmm.
next day in the morning, I got to hear it. Then when we go back to practice, I got to hear it. So I think sometimes, in all fairness, it's good to have a different voice or opinion,
Yeah.
from someone else. So it's like more or less, I kind of understand what your son's going through. So
So,
I,
Coach Ant, I'm gonna let you get out of here. We got an action
Okay.
packed show. Tell our local viewers, because we got people who are tuned in from the city of Philadelphia, which is our home base. Tell people how they can support um, youth football and your team, the Monarchs, because you're going back, right?
I'm going back next year. I'm there. It's
Okay.
official, right? What you say? You get the exclusive. I just gave out exclusive. Right there. There it is.
If you go back, I'm going back with you.
what the Monarchs? That's in West Philly,
Wait,
right?
wait, yeah,
Yeah.
Overbrook.
yeah,
Yeah.
Overbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, hold on. You going back to
If
coaching?
you go back, I'm going back with him.
There it
What you
is.
going? What you going to coach? What
That's
what what
You
position you coach?
show up and I'll show you. You show up and I'll show you. Show up and I'll show you.
Coach Ant. I
Show up
appreciate
and
you
I'll show
stopping
you.
by the show, Coach
Get
Ant.
in the fucking 3-point stance. Get the hell out
Show
of
up and I'll show you. I bet you I'll bust your ass in any sport. Any sport.
here. Okay.
Any
All right.
sport.
Okay.
Any sport.
Can I ask a favor before I get out of here?
Yeah, Coach Ant.
Okay, on Tuesday in 2022 in August, can I get the big exclusive podcast to come out and broadcast live from my practice? That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for.
Hey Don, can we do that? What's the date?
We gonna pick any day in August that's good for y'all. It's gonna be on a Tuesday because that's your night, and I want
August
y'all to come out
August
and
next
broadcast
year,
live.
right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Consider
Okay,
it done. You
there
can
it
go
is.
ahead and
There it
book.
is.
You can
Okay,
go ahead and book it.
that's what's up.
Consider it done. Coach Ant, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm forever grateful for everything that you've done for our communities in and around the city and what you continue to do to support youth sports. We will be out there for a practice. The Big Exclusive Podcast will be out there live. Don, can we bring some cameras? We'll bring some cameras. We'll be out there on the sideline. It'd be decent if we did a game. Like we just
That'd be hot
broadcast
too.
live from a game. So we'll
Okay,
put that together. We'll keep, you and Angry OG as friends. We'll put that together and make that happen. And like I said, Coach Ant, I appreciate you. Love everything you're doing for the youth and the neighborhoods and getting kids off to college and helping them become men. And next time we talk football, because football season is approaching. You an Eagles fan?
hell no, man. I'm the Raiders, man. Black and silver.
That's better than being the Eagles. See, if you said yeah, I'd have just kicked you off the stream. I'd just booted you out the draw. But with that being said, I'm gonna give you a proper outro. Like I said, and I appreciate you. Can't wait for the next time you join the show and continue to do the good work. All right, man.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. It's a great show. Keep it up, y'all.
All right, thanks a lot.
Peace.
All right, so look, he knows how to get the job done. Put you on the spot. Yeah, Crystal, you saw that? Put me on the spot, right? Make me answer in front of everybody. And who could say no to that? Like anything for the kids. You know what I mean? You missed it. My daughter was just on the podcast. Let me let OG back in for he start throwing shots.
I don't know why you took me off.
I didn't take you off. I just muted you so
You
we can.
muted me. I don't know why you did that though.
So look, before we continue, because we got another special guest, and I want to make sure we give him his due. We got another sponsor and I was lunching. I meant to do this earlier, and the sponsor gave me some products to give away on the show. All right, I like these type sponsors. They send scripts and all that. What keeps happening with the camera, bro? Are you over there Bigfoot and the shit? How's it
You know,
like?
you get nervous.
It's just automatically turning. Y'all see this shit, or is it just me?
I saw you was paying it to the right, to the left. You know,
Yeah, that wasn't me. I don't control that.
That's because somebody said Candyman.
uh huh.
I, it's about to start. Before I start laughing uncontrollably, sponsor. Look, they even sent over a script and everything. I like sponsors who be on their A1 game, and they gave me product to give away. So I'm gonna try to give it away tonight on the show. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't know if you say you want it, or you know what I mean. You pay attention to the show, maybe to somebody who actually shared the show. But a new sponsor is Shea Harmony. Shea Harmony offers all natural products for the body, with their whipped shea butter being their most exclusive item. Shea Harmony's whipped body and scented shea butter is sure to keep your skin moisturized, soft, smooth, and soothe dry, cracked skin. And also leave you smelling amazing. Shea Harmony also offers natural soaps, beard and hair oil, essential oil remedies, and more. Shea Harmony products can be found on my website at www.icraftmart.com. Shea Harmony, bringing harmony to your skin.
I'll take that.
Did I do good? Did I do good with the first script? Did I do good? So this one, I just want to show it off right quick. This is some hot chocolate. There's some hot chocolate shimmer butter. You can't really see it. The camera's far away. But it's some hot chocolate shimmer butter, right? Shout out to Tiffany Ann. So what this is, like, if you smell this, it smells like some deep, dark, hot chocolate, man. I love it. And ladies, when you put it on, right? When you put it on, it's gonna be like real glittery on your skin. So when like the sun hits you, it's gonna be very shiny. This is the hair and beard oil. It's for men and women. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one for myself. What y'all think? No, I can't keep it.
Just keep using the Crisco.
Just keep. All right, say less. This is what they call an essential oil remedy, and it's called. This one is for sleep. Like you just rub it maybe behind your ears, and I believe on the forehead, and to help you get to sleep. And then this one, this is my favorite, the whipped body butter. The whipped body butter is all that now. Look, the mango butter is probably like it smells so good. But I got two of them to give away. So if mango butter isn't your thing, I got a lemongrass one that I can give away. All right, now I want that shimmer butter. Tiff is yours. Just because you said that, Tiff is yours. So the shimmer butter is already gone. Don, mark that down. Tiff is gonna get the shimmer butter. All right, you got me. So without further ado, because I want to give him his time, this is one of my favorite youngins in the whole wide world, man. He's been through some trials and tribulations, but now is his time to triumph. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of this young man. I know him as Petey. I didn't call him Petey all his life, but he on this grown man, so I got to call him Mr. Pete Williams. And he's here to talk about his new website, Extreme Choices. Pete, what up?
Yo, man. Thanks for having me, man. What it look like?
It looked like you in polo. You look happy, bro.
Yeah,
you happy?
Man. Yeah, man. Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
First and foremost, welcome to the Big Exclusive Podcast, bro.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, come on, man. I didn't watch you grow up, knowing you my whole life. You was best friends with my little brother, so
right.
Why wouldn't I have you on the show, right?
Right.
So I'm excited, bro. Like, I don't want to tell your story. I want you to tell people your story, and in that way, I don't overstep and tell them too much. You know what I mean? You might not want them to know certain stuff. So I
Right.
don't want to tell your story. I want you to go ahead and tell your story, whatever you want them to know, and then we can get into Extreme Choices, your new website.
Okay, well, my name is Petey, man. In the communities, everybody know me as Petey. Birth name Henry Williams, and I grew up in the struggle like everybody else. Like not really too much. I mean, in the hoods, follower. Just the times of ignorance. I mean, did a little time here, 17 years, unfortunately, and I think this time right here, I found my niche, and I learned from that, man. But it's just something that came across. It's something that came across me with this time during my time. This last time was 11 years, and I always try to find ways to give back to the communities and do things for the masses of people. And that was just who I am. Anybody know me? That's what I do, man. Had block parties for the neighborhood, bring everybody out. So now, with this time, I sat back and I looked at it and I said, well, how can I give back to the world? How can I do that, man? Because I've grown older, so now my whole thing is giving back to the world. And with being in there, they had being inside the institutions. We built different organizations inside there. Each institution got their own different organization. One name might be SOAR, RBO. These acronyms for the institutions. And what we do inside there, we raise fundraisers. We buy different products from vendors, and we raise funds to donate to a plethora of charities and organizations, nonprofit organizations, just to help the community, the surrounding community. Boys and Girls Club, homeless shelters, food pantries. It's a lot of it's a lot of organizations we donate to, and it comes from the hard work we do inside. And this gives the guys something to just take our mind off, just take our mind off being locked down. So this helps us. This helped us a lot. So what I'm doing as founder of Extreme Choices, what we're doing behind the scenes is we built a mega store for the guys inside. We built a mega store to have good health products, appliances, clothing. It's a lot of things that we giving the guys, and we're gonna always create new items and new project and new products. Not create, but just put them on the list for the guys to buy. Now it's COVID. Now we have COVID going on, so a lot of guys requested like, can they get things as far as ginger, turmeric, and stuff like that. So now I'm shopping through the list to see if we can get these guys healthy. Just keep them healthy and inside because they boxed in. I mean, we boxed in. There's a whole bunch of germs in there. So we want to help the loved ones that's inside out here. We want to do as best we can do for them, while also they helping us out here in these surrounding communities with donating to our food pantries or whatever we have going on outside. So it's basically like a how can I put it, like a ecosystem, some type of ecosystem if you want to put it like that.
So Pete, quick question: how do we like, say for instance, I got somebody that's behind, that's locked down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because I was just on the website, I'm actually currently on the website now, and I see it looks like you guys have stuff that moment of transparency, Big Exclusive was locked up before. I never made it like upstate or any of that. I was, in the county, but I had got commissary one time, and then the next day I was being released. So I just kind of gave all that stuff away. But when I look at the stuff that you have on your website, Pete, none of this stuff I ever seen on the commissary list when I was looking at it while I was there. So how are you able to get stuff that isn't available to the prisoners now?
Well, that's what we offering. That's what we offering. It took my insight with being behind the walls to actually see this. So nothing I'm offering is going to be on the commissary list. These are special cells. Like each institution has special cells to raise these fundraisers. So I'm bringing the new. You got guys been locked up 20, 30 years, guys never going home, or they still fighting to go home, but they just been down for a long time and they don't have access to these things. And the vendors that they dealing with, I mean, there's no need to bring nothing new because what's working for them been working for the past 30 years. So there's no need for them to add nothing new or bring nothing to us or even trying to accommodate the men. So what I'm doing is I'm here for the men. I'm here for the hearts of the men The families out here, they working hard, spending their money, and I'm here to make sure they got what they need. Anything they email me, anything they text me about and say, well, you think you can get this? That's what this whole extreme choices is set in place for, specifically for the inmates' needs. We're and that's the main objective. So mostly all the things you're going to see, they're not going to be on the commissary list. And like I said, this is not commissary. This is just catering to the inmate organizations behind the walls.
Okay, so playing devil's advocate a little bit, some would say these are prisoners. They broke the law. Why would you kind of make it a point to make sure they have something better or more comfortable, or basically what it is that they want, when the whole purpose of the purpose of prison was primarily to be reformed, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, why would, because I'm sure you guys have critics, you have detractors, and I want you to be able to address that now as well. Why would people care whether or not they were able to get what they wanted?
Well, these prisoners is also humans like these everyday people, and they already is catering to these inmates that's behind the walls. These inmates is fathers, these inmates is children, these inmates is husbands. You got wives. Don't forget about the wives and the mothers behind the wall. These are still all humans, and every day you look at the news, you look at these reports. These people that's being convicted of these crimes is overturning these crimes from the corruptions that's been going on. So, and that's on another that scope. That's on a whole other scope of as far as what they could be convicted of. We just know they're housed in now. They're given things, and we don't want to punish them even more. They have commissary on the list. That's sky high prices. So they already giving it to these guys. Let's give these guys the best for their money. We're not here to rip these people off, because what we get now, what we was getting now when I was in there, we was giving commissary lists and we was dealing with vendors, but it was terrible. It was terrible pricing. It was like these guys was kicking us while we was down. So it's like, we're not here to get punished. You see what I'm saying? We already got our sentences. We carrying them out, and we doing for the greater good. These guys are helping out the communities inside there. We're not just sitting in there still committing the crime. We also these that's what I'm saying. These organizations is built to improve the quality of life inside the organizations as well as the communities, inside the institutions, corrections.
So can I ask a quick question? What's the discrepancy, right? So when I was in there and I was ordering I think it was like honey buns.
Yeah.
Like these were like super generic. It was a brand and a company I had never heard of, and that box of honey buns was like $13 for 6 mini honey buns. Like, do you have any insight on why that shit is so expensive?
Well, it's so expensive because it goes back from you on the streets. Say you're on the streets and it's the only store in town. I'm gonna raise the price as high as hell, because if you gonna get it from me, you ain't gonna get it from nowhere else. So I'm gonna just keep beating you in your head. And then what you gonna say? You either get it or don't. Because if I need your dollar to go platinum, I'll pay for it myself. So they're gonna constantly do that until they have competition, until they have somebody showing them something different. So it takes somebody that's on the inside to come to the outside and actually show them how it's done, because you don't have to rip these men off. You don't have to rip the men off in here at all. You know what I mean? The products is here. Give it to the men for a fair price. You're already paying us 19 cents an hour to work. Then y'all want our whole check. You want our whole check at the end of the month. You're only getting $30, $24 after y'all taxes for unconstitutional front. But that's something else too. But yeah, get them in. I mean, get them in what they pay for, man. Families out here working hard, man. We don't have much. Give it to them.
So here's a question here. How do you get the items to the inmates?
Oh well, the vendors what they do is, inside the organization they have liaisons. These are the guys who go home every day. They liaisons. They run the organization. Like I told you, the organization is made up out of fellow inmates, prisoners, mainly long-termers that's been going for a while, guys who got influence in the institution, and they also play as like peer facilitators. what the presidents do, what the chairmen do. They make these lists. They go around, they deal with the population, they go around, see what the men want, and they got 2 or 3 vendors that they deal with, and we gotta just choose from that. Whatever it is, maybe 10 to 12 items, maybe high price items, but we haven't had it in a while, and it's only probably 3 times, 4 times a month we're gonna have these things. So it's like either buy it now or you don't have them at all. What else we do? We gotta call mom. We gotta call wifey, girlfriend. Yo, what's the sale coming up? We want to order this, and that's how it go. So at Extreme Choices, we trying to create package deals for these guys. If you got a limit of 12 items, we want to create a package deal for 3 cereals considered for 1 item, a seasonings, 5 or 6 seasons, multiple seasonings. Just get these guys a bang for their buck. So that way, if they can generate more sales and not pay as much money, then they can donate to more charities, to more nonprofit organizations. Each month, them organizations, and I'm speaking for the ones I've been in, and I'm pretty sure all of them work the same way in Pennsylvania. I haven't been any time out of state, but these organizations donate anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month to nonprofit organizations.
All right, I got a question. So while I was there, I seen the most genius shit I ever seen in my life. Right? The culinary skills of an inmate. Now, boy asked me, he like, cause while I was there, they called me Unc. They like, Unc, you want a burrito? I looked around like, how the fuck is we getting a burrito in this joint? Like what? Like, I'm confuzzled. I'm like, how the fuck do you get a burrito? Like, he like, no, we get ready to make some over here. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I guess I want a burrito. Cause the food and I never been upstate, but this food in CF is horrible.
Grade D. They give us
horrible.
Fire.
Yo, for 16 days, I ate pretty much white bread and oranges. White. I used to empty out the white, take the empty white bread bags, go over to the orange box and fill them up with oranges, and take a loaf of bread, because you really couldn't, or at least me. And I guess at some point, if I didn't have a choice, you know what I mean, I would have had to eat the shit. Miss Bishop says, "So proud of you, PD. Love and support you always."
Thanks.
My question, my first of all, is that something you can like champion for that as well, like getting the food upgraded? But like I was saying, the most genius shit I ever seen in my life is dude took Doritos and oodles, and he took the oodles and noodles first. He put some water on them. He like, yo, they gonna soften up. Once they softened up, he crushed up the Doritos and he put it back in the bag. He started mixing it up. He like, oh gee, that got to cool for a minute. I'm looking at the shit like, what is happening? So after that, he takes the bag and he opened it in a way where both sides flap out. So it's like this flat layer. I'm sitting here talking about how to make fucking prison food, like only on the Big Exclusive podcast. But in any event, he took the bag, he mashed it out till it was real thin. Then he took some squeezed cheese, right? And then he took the seasoning pack from the oodles and noodles, and he sprinkled a little bit of that on there. And then the beef sausage. You ever had the beef sausage, Pete?
No, I don't eat beef. But I know
all right, so he had the beef sausage, the roll.
Right.
He took the roll. He started cutting that up. He took he cutting. So it started to look like he cutting it so much, it started to actually look like ground beef. And then he sprinkled that on there. Then he pulled out jalapenos, pickled jalapenos. He put that on there. And then he took the bag and rolled it and rolled it and rolled it. He did it real tight. He said, all right, OG, that got to sit for like 10 minutes. Like, it's a whole recipe.
Yeah, whole process.
It's a whole fucking process. 10 minutes was up.
Right.
He called me and say, yo, Unc, the burrito's ready. Come get your joint. So I walk over there. He cut me off a big ass piece. Now I'm sitting here like, this is going to be the worst shit I ever had in my life. But like, That shit was good as a motherfucker. It was salty as hell, but
Right.
it was good as shit, right? Because the alternative that I was faced with was another slice of white bread
Mm.
or orange. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this burrito. And shout out to the guys in jail who get really creative with the food. But Pete, is that something that you looking at taking on down the line as well, or
As well, yes, yes, that's another venture because them guys have banquets. Now I don't know too much about the counties on how would they be able to purchase from our vendors, but the guys upstate they have banquets. They have are for the Muslims, all the practicing Muslims. They have the Eid feast. They have they have the Christian holidays. They have for the FOIs they have meals, and we can give them quality meats and halal meats and stuff for their banquets. Now, as far as the commissary, I think Keefe or somebody like that runs that whole commissary thing with how they give away the commissary and the food because I think Keefe is catering the food now, so that's why our portions is way smaller now. What they feeding us, it's still bad, but we're definitely working on that. We're definitely working on that down the line to get them guys some better food to eat in there as well.
Pete? I appreciate you coming up here, man. I appreciate all the work you doing. Right quick, Ant, you want the beard oil? Bro, it's yours. Don, mark it down. Anthony Medlock beard oil. So that's for you. But Pete, like I was saying, I appreciate all the hard work you doing, and the vested interest you have, and people who are behind bars and helping their families, help them out, and making sure they have something to look forward to. Because there's very few things to look forward to when you lock down, especially like most people who have the opportunity, who may be getting out, they looking forward to that release date. But for other people who may not have anything to look forward to, getting the opportunity to get some better food to make it more bearable, I think is extremely important. And I appreciate the hard work you're doing out there. Is there anything else you want to say before we let you go, Pete?
Yeah, for all the families and friends, man, I would like to say thank you for doing business with Extreme Choices. We apologize again for returning your funds. At this moment, we only accepting institutional orders right now. The families and friends cannot order at this moment. We only accepting orders from families and friends, and we had a few states that put in orders where we had to put their orders on back order because we still trying to get delivery guys and we still trying to get packers that can ship that stuff out there to you guys. So thank you guys for inquiring about our business. Keep hitting us up, extremechoices.com. When any concerns, any questions you guys have, just hit us up and we'll be answering your questions. Any suggestions you have, we'll take that into consideration. Extreme Choices also have a GoFundMe so we can reach out to more states, improving quality of life within the communities organized by Henry Williams and Extreme Choices. So you guys can check that out. And no donation is too small, no donation is too big. And we're gonna do something new with this GoFundMe. It's not even just about the monetary value. You guys may just have information on a vendor I can deal with, or we can get some products from, and that will even work, man. It's a big deal, man. It's a movement. And the time is now, man. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, who tuned in, man. Big exclusive, man. I appreciate y'all for having me here. Old head, top flight, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all continue to do well, man.
Well, Pete, you got to know the platform is always going to be open to you whenever you need it, whenever you want it. It doesn't matter, bro. Just let me know when you're trying to come on. For sure, I'm going to make it happen. You know what I mean?
Right, man. Take it easy. Good luck with what you got going on, man.
Yeah, thanks, Oed, man. I appreciate
I'll
that.
give a shout out to all my brothers that's still behind the wall. I was there before and made BS 7981. It's an old number, but I did mine.
Right. That go back to like the early 90s.
Pete, you know what BS 7981 is, right?
Yeah, that go back like the early 90s, man. The late 80s. Yeah, man. It's a struggle, man. But
he ready to go back, Pete.
I wish I had this when I was there. Somebody that want to cater to our needs because we spending the money. So
Yeah.
if I can make a suggestion and I can actually see that product on the list, man, that'll take a load off, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep, but I thank y'all, man.
Pete, we thank you too, man. Like I said, the platform is always yours. I'll call you a little bit later after the show to do a follow up and get the GoFundMe information so I can put it out there because I'm sure we'll have some people who'd like to help out in any way that they can. And like you said, no donation is too small. So, Pete, I'll see you next time on the podcast. Be safe, and I love you, brother.
Okay, man. Love you too, man. Y'all be easy, man.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, Pete.
All right.
OG, you done with your prison shout outs? You want to do a couple more?
No, I'm cool. They heard me.
So, right quick, my
But
guy.
I will go back, though, for a weekend to hang out with some of my fellas that ain't getting out, though.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
really
I
will.
would say you
Yeah,
by
I can see
yourself
that.
now. I'm not.
I
I'm not.
got, I got dudes. I got dudes right now to this day that I fuck with that I know from there. Like one of my best friends was my fucking celly, and you know him, Big, and you know what kind of dude he is.
Man,
And that was my celly. He was my celly in '93.
The feds
And
is listening.
and I
I don't
walked
know
one today.
nobody. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody. Feds
Okay,
is
well,
listening.
well, act like
I don't know
we gonna make sure you don't know him then.
You always taking shit too far.
No,
you need a timeout.
We gonna make sure your number get blocked.
You need a timeout. You need a timeout. You ready to come back now?
Listen, man, you could take me completely off. You could take me completely off. It ain't gonna shut me up though.
So you're gonna be talking and nobody gonna be listening?
That's all the time. It don't bother me though.
So
I got a bone to pick real quick.
Hold on. Before you start picking bones, we're an hour into the show. Let's get to this great news we just got. Let's get into this great event that's coming up. Because it wouldn't be right, you know what I mean? Because I tried to go live and tell people earlier.
Let him pick his bone first. We got enough time for that. Let him pick his bone.
It's actually with your ass.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, well,
let him pick his bone.
Why isn't the smoke detector beeping, sir? What the hell is going on here?
Because you got to clean out your airwax.
Oh, okay.
It's like, no, my homie was here and it was getting on his nerves and he went and took the battery out.
I knew it. Listen, every week I've been listening for it.
He was here yesterday. Like, he was here yesterday.
It's been an hour.
Where that shit at? I said, yo, you can't take it out because we not gonna be in the studio tomorrow. You gonna fuck the show up.
I knew it. You changing, man. You really are changing.
He really is
the
changing.
boy came and took it out, man.
He really is changing, ain't he?
Beef did that shit, Shan.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was like, yo.
I can see him doing that.
He did it. He did it yesterday.
I could definitely see him doing that for sure.
It's unacceptable.
Well, I ain't died yet from it, so I mean, what's the matter?
So look, real quick, y'all like the new logo? Shit look good, don't it? Y'all fuck with it?
It's all right.
Yes, sir. I like it.
That's all right, though. That's all right. It really is.
Hey, look, check this out.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. Boom. Boom. Y'all see it. The Big Exclusive Podcast Live comedy show headline by Top Flight. Tickets only $20, 2-drink minimum. It's presented by Team Taking Off, Big Exclusive Events, Epic Graphics and Crafts. And we're going to throw in Critical Shot Studio. Here's what's happening, folks. Live down that punchline, September 16th. September 6th.
And summer. Tiffany, we need all y'all. We need y'all there. We need y'all there.
You see
Listen,
this like
Yes, sir.
the
he
bull
got
mad, man.
what was that?
The nigga mad.
Bring it back up.
Show it again.
I made him one, man. He ain't want it though.
The nigga gonna try and give me. The nigga gonna
Can you
try and give
give us
me.
small size again?
Yeah, pieces.
No, I tried to give him his size, but he didn't want it. So the only other size I had was smaller.
So, or is it that Shane stomach keep growing? Which one is it?
No, he in denial about his size. He wanted to wear a certain size, but he don't wear that size no more.
Right.
So when I made it, you know, I kept in mind his actual size. He was like, "No, I don't want that. It ain't that you want it; it's that you need it."
Yeah. It's all good.
Let me give it to y'all
You
one more
saw that.
time.
You saw that other shirt before, right, Flight?
All right, we gotta talk about this. Here we go.
Okay.
September 16th. Are you gonna have shirts there on September 16th? Will you
Yeah,
have the
of course. Yeah,
t-shirts available for
definitely
sale
will.
at the Punchline Comedy Club?
Definitely will.
September 16th. Make sure y'all come out. We are live. It's not only is it a comedy show, we are officially doing the big exclusive podcast live. So you can come watch the show live, the podcast live, and then right after that, you can walk your little feet right over to the main big room and check out myself and a few other comedians that will be entertaining your laugh buds on September 16th. So make sure y'all come out and come enjoy the podcast live and comedian Top Flight. That's me live. And then right after the show, immediately following, you can purchase show them again, Angry Old Head, that t-shirt. We're gonna have those available for purchases and for sales and all that.
I'm gonna do them in white though. This is gray. It shows better on white because my gray facial hair don't show up on this shirt. It's a gray shirt.
Boom. There it
I
is.
might get a dye job for that show though. What you think, Flight?
Nah, don't do it.
Don't
Please.
do it.
Because if I'm definitely gonna have y'all sitting in front. If you just start leaking out.
I'm gonna look like
You just
what's
said
the band?
shirt, and if any of that stuff be leaking on your white
I'm gonna look
shirt,
like what's the band? Kiss. The rock and roll band Kiss with the black shit.
So don't forget our sponsor, Shea Harmony. We got 2 whipped body butters to give away, mango and lemongrass. So if you want your skin to be soft and supple, don't play. Who's she talking to?
Do y'all got lick me all over? Ain't no more lick me all over.
Why are you so loud about lick you all over?
I'm asking you, do y'all still have it?
Yes.
Awesome.
You want some?
I got some.
here we go.
So let's get back to the show, man.
You named it. I didn't name it. You did.
I didn't name it. It ain't my fucking company. I didn't name the shit lick me all over. Why would I do
you sold it to me.
And
so I thought you made it. I thought it was your stuff.
I sell you a lot of things.
Yeah, well, you came under the guise of that it was yours.
You did you smoke that crack I sold you?
Never. I never knew you dealt crack.
I never knew you was locked up. It's amazing how you find out some shit.
Hey, listen, I ain't never shy about anything I ever, embarrassed about none of my episodes, man. None.
Hey,
you talking about me or him? Oh, both of us.
Both of y'all. I can.
The nigga did 6 hours talking about he was locked up.
Flight about to die.
Hold on.
Flight smoked the crack. Mike smoked the crack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me a minute. I need a minute. This nigga say he did 6 hours. Oh yeah. It ain't my turn this week. Whew. Oh, he said he did 6 hours. Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm okay. Ooh.
So listen, let's get the shit moving, man. We were supposed to talk about this topic last week. We never got to talk about it because we ran out of time. But we're gonna get to it this week. A lot of people been looking forward to this. And the topic is dating people who have older or adult kids.
What's wrong with you?
It's nothing wrong with that. How do you feel? Because when you date somebody who has adult kids, those adult kids have very strong opinions on.
Well, I mean, now at the age we're at now, who don't have adult kids?
Don't have adult kids. Shit, I ain't 13. Goddamn it. Shit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like my thing is, you dating somebody with older kids. Basically, the kittens come with the cat. So
what?
The kittens come with the cat. They kids.
I gotta write that down. We need a bell. Ding 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 ding.
I mean, that's something that you got to deal with. You dealing with their parent, like that. That's an extension of their parent. They're an extension of the parent, so it's a package deal, and you just got to learn. You got to be able to navigate that, and they got its pluses and minuses sometimes or whatever. The minus is being that like an older kid could more so try to manipulate the system. Manipulate what's going on with their parent because they don't want their parent with nobody else. And they have a mindset now, whereas though they can sort of manipulate that or whatever and play it, in the way that they see fit for their parent not to be with someone else or whatever. And that's something that you got to deal with as a man or a woman dealing with somebody with older children. They have opinions and they're going to voice them.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if once somebody see how you treat their parent or whatever, you treat their parent, the way they're supposed to be treated, 9 times out of 10, the child won't get on board with older. They at the end of the day, everybody wants to see their mom or their dad happy. At the end of the day.
So how much influence do the kids have over, or how much does their opinion matter about the person that you're dating?
I think that's dependent on the parent, though, how the parent is built. Because no child of mine is going to tell me who I can and can't see. As you don't have to like them, but you're going to have to respect them, and that's just that. And that's the way I see it anyway. You're not going to coach me into seeing who you want me to see and who you don't want me to see.
So you basically saying, like, their opinion of that person holds no weight. Like, you don't have to like it, but you will respect it.
Exactly.
Right. So my question is, what if there's a conflict with that? Like, say for instance, your kid doesn't like, your girlfriend or your wife or whatever the case may be, or the kid doesn't like the significant other. We all understand the kids can be extremely manipulative, right? And they do little shit to pit, one against the other. How much of that do you take before you, basically what I'm saying, at what point do you check the kid who's trying to manipulate the situation and, like you said, try to control who you kind of like seeing?
I think once you have to listen to them initially what they're saying, because you can't just go blindly and think that they're on some bullshit. But once you see that they're manipulating this, trying to manipulate it and just on some other shit, then that's when you sit them down and you talk to them about that part or whatever. Like, you're not going to do anything that you ain't supposed to be doing to stop me from seeing who I'm seeing. Like, you're not going to make up shit and try to turn me against who I'm seeing because you don't want me to see him. And for what reason? Like, why don't like what's your problem with this person, especially if they treat you like you're supposed to be treated? So once you get to that part, and you know what they're on, then that's when you talk to your child about that shit or whatever. You're not going to turn me against her because you just don't want me to be with her. And for what reason though? Like, don't make up lies and stuff like that because you don't want to see me with this person.
Flight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with him. I mean, and then again, how old are we talking?
Like older kids, I guess, like late teens and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah, I would say somewhere from, and that's another topic that I have on the docket for next week. But somewhere between let's say 18 and 25.
Okay.
And they still at home though. They still at home.
Right. Well, I mean, it's communication is everything. Communication is something that has to be presented, talked to, and it comes from the other party. I mean, if you're dating someone and they have an 18 or 19-year-old, and you're going to be active in this person's life, then you got to have that line of communication with the child just as much as you do with their parent. So that way, it's no misunderstanding from nobody. What the expectations is from the child, from me, and from the young lady that I'm interested in. That comes with a course of time. So once time prevails and it start peeling off layers, you start having that line of communication, and you got to talk and work your way through things. So there's no misunderstanding from nobody.
Yeah.
All right, let me give you a scenario. Let me give y'all a scenario, okay? So you meet a woman, her son is, let's say, 21. He's at home with mom. You and mom hit it off. He doesn't really like you. You know what I mean? The relationship between you two is less than cordial, right? And you and this lady decide to make a life together, and you kind of move in with her, or however it work out, y'all end up under the same roof. What happens if there's, let's say, a very strong disagreement or altercation between you and him? What is the expectation of mom at that point, right? Because go ahead.
First of all, it can't. It only can be if it's not cordial. It's because the parent allowed it to be that way. Like you're not going to disrespect who I'm with, and vice versa. Like the male or the female. Like you 21, if you got a problem with what I got going on in here, you can get the fuck out and go out on your own. Because you're not going to disrespect who I'm seeing. Like how cordial. Like how you not cordial with somebody that basically really has your best interest at heart. You just on some nut shit as a 21-year-old. Like you can go ahead and make your own fucking way then.
Basically.
I bet you his attitude changed then.
So, just as a quick question, do you think the mom at any point would agree with what it is that you saying and make that, and y'all make that decision together, that if he can't respect or he can't acquiesce to the situation, he has to go?
No, that would be on her. I'm speaking about for me. If it was my son like that, that's something that she had to do as the parent. She has to do that. That's
right.
Her son.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think she would have the strength or the mental fortitude to?
No, mom's not like that with their sons. They're not. They don't want to take them off the titty. Like they'll sacrifice a relationship with somebody that's generally the right person for them, just for the coddle to their son. They'll blow the whole shit up just for their son and just be miserable, because their son didn't want you around.
I think sometimes too, you gotta fight through that bullshit, because we've all done it. I mean, I did it with my what I did. Oh, there you go. I've done it with my mom boyfriend when I was 18, 19, and and it was the test of times. It was, you ain't my dad. So it was one of them type things. And he was like, you're right, I'm not your dad. But he showed up and he showed out. And he gave me something that, when my dad wasn't around, but it was just me testing him to try to figure out to see if this dude can stand the test of time. And it panned out and it worked out. I did the same thing with my aunt's husband. They've been together 40 years, and he he pimped me though. He gave me $20 every time.
Damn.
He gave me 20. Hey man, take this $20. Shut the fuck up. Get out my face. You know what? You're right. Give me the $20. You know what I'm saying? But then it got to a point where the 20, he stopped giving me the 20 and he gave me that talk and he gave me some jewels that, my dad didn't give me. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the individual and if they gonna have that longevity. And then you start seeing that this dude ain't going nowhere. He here to stay. So if he can pass these, quote unquote little tests, then, all right, this dude is he got some staying power. He gonna be around. He's sticking around. And he let it be known.
That's a tough one though.
Say what?
So
It is a tough one though, like, because you can have, a situation where the kid just blatantly just fuck it all the way up, all the way across the board. If you allow him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me say this real fast. Shout out to Andrea Hawley. She said nobody ever going to be good enough for mom and the son's eye, but mutual respect is key. So yeah, there is a point, and what I was trying to get to is there's a point and there's a line that most kids, most kids don't really cross, but you have those kids who do cross that line and let you know, like, yo, I ain't with this. I don't care what you say. I ain't never gonna respect bull. I ain't gonna never respect this lady. This not my mom. This not my dad. I don't give a F. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. It's never gonna be that way. So with that being said, if you're put in a position where you have to choose between your significant other and your kid, like, first of all, I think that's a super unfair choice for anybody to
It's
have.
not even a choice because, first of all, your child is being disrespectful to you by saying that kind of shit. I don't care what you say. Or I don't care what you think. I'm not fucking with this person. You're being disrespectful to the parent now.
Parents don't see that though, bro.
You
They
got
don't
to.
see that.
If you want to keep it real, that's what you're doing. Like,
but it's
Right.
other mitigating factors as well. And I'm just trying to be fair here and make sure we take a 360 look at this thing, and we're gonna move on because we got some other topics we got to talk about. But a lot of parents, we live in a city where the murder rate is incredible, right? Especially amongst young black men. Parents are terrified to let go of their sons and daughters for that very reason.
so
So
you're
I
gonna
think,
allow them to be responsible for who you're gonna be with? You'll never be with nobody.
and I
Right.
think it's a lot of women out there or a lot of men out there who will make that choice.
I'm not going for that. I ain't going for that.
Really do.
It's the new breed, man. It's this.
I'm not going for that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, anybody that's 30 and up they ain't trying to hear that bullshit. So that's that new generation. If that's what they're accepting and that's what they going for, then
I'm
by
not going.
all means. But
You
me
get the fuck on
personally,
up away from around
man,
here
I'm
with
about
that.
to say you can kick rocks and kiss my
Yeah.
ass while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Because we ain't going for that.
You kick
Yeah.
rocks and kiss my ass.
Yep. You kick rock with open toe sandals on, but you gonna get the fuck out of here with that. Like you go on away from
Yeah,
me with that
we
bullshit.
we ain't doing that.
That's just super disrespectful. Like,
All right,
just try
I
to make
got it.
my situation because you just don't want nobody with your mother. You don't even have a good reason to be on that nut shit though. Like, just because.
Yep, just because.
And 9 times out of 10, the person, you treat the kids the way you're supposed to treat their kids. Like,
Right.
and they still don't. They're not receptive to it because they on some nut shit. Like, no, that's just disrespectful. Like, And like I said, you gotta deal with the kid because like the kittens come with the cat. Like you have to deal with those kids. They are an extension of her. You can't separate that shit. If you separate it, then you're not good for the woman because you really don't give a fuck about her if you don't give a fuck about her kids.
Pretty much.
No, I mean, I definitely agree with that. I just think it's a different, especially moms with sons and then dads with daughters. So, but all right, that's cool. We got that covered. We moving right along. This was an interesting one. Thank John. So, OG, which one you want to talk about next? Should your significant other talk to you about plastic surgery before you get it, or do you think your childhood was better without technology?
I think let's go with that. The latter.
Okay, so the question is, and I think we talked about it last week, bro. How much fun we had playing the games that we played in the street.
Yeah.
How we made something out of nothing. And now these kids today have technology.
I think it cripples, it hinders your social skills. Like kids they can't even socialize with, like we were able to because you don't have that camaraderie of being outside, being together outside. Like everything now is on the phone. You would text message somebody. You can't even hold a conversation no more. And they can't even conversate. Like you don't go outside and play with your peers. Like we was outside all day, every day until the fucking lights came on out in the streets. You better go in the house, beat the lights. That's all. That's all you used to say. Just beat the lights. But you outside all day, every day, playing with your peers, like around the corner, a couple blocks over, up the street, down the street, or whatever. And it didn't cost, and it didn't cost nothing. Like you wasn't worrying about no status as far as how much money, what kind of sneakers this person got on, what kind of clothes this person got on. Like it just hinders growth to me.
Shout out to Tiffany Ann Dennis. She said, I agree, kids are socially awkward. Shout out to Tiff and shout out to Mike. I know them personally and I get to see, their kids and their growth. And I think they, are doing an awesome job with their tribe or with their kids. Here's so the question is, let me just put it back on the screen so we can kind of understand where each other coming from. The question is, do you think your childhood was better without technology? So I don't know how I lost both of them. Flight, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Bro, have you taken the shit again, man?
No, I'm not. And I'm not even gonna put that in the universe. I'm not.
I'm gonna get you some diapers or some shit, man.
Shut up, man. Like I'm here. I'm listening. I'm listening with my eyes.
I'm gonna say yeah though. I'm gonna say yeah.
So once again, the question is, do you think your childhood was better without technology?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yeah. And then back then, like even as far as like learning, now you got your phone, you could Google stuff like back then you had to have like the Encyclopedia Britannica, all of that type of stuff, and you actually did the work to look for answers and to learn from stuff, whatever. Now you just go on Google and they give you, the ready-made answer. You have to do no work to even get it. Like just learning, wise, I think we learned better, and are more intelligent than.
Yeah, I'm about to say, not only just did you learn, you gathered information and you found out something deeper and more into what you were searching into.
And your brain had to work to get it. Like it wasn't really made handed to you.
Right.
So I think that let's just go back to the question just one last time. Do you think your childhood was better without technology?
Yes.
Technology just make it easier though.
It makes it
It
easier. It's
affords
no
you. It
effort.
affords you a broader scope of things now. But you have to use it appropriately. Like they don't even use it. You got it at your fingertips, and you don't even use it the way that you can use it. You know, to broaden your scope or whatever.
So OG, when we talked about this, right? And shout out to Tiff. Tiff said yes, childhood is better without technology. It's mentally crippling our youth. And when you and I initially talked about this, and we was like, "Yo, we want to talk about this on the show," I said the thing that annoyed the shit out of me with this generation of kids coming up is they have all the answers in the palm of their hand.
Yep.
You know how fucking heavy the entire Encyclopedia Britannica was? You know how many fucking books? You know how you had to be taught how to use the encyclopedia,
How to find stuff.
how
I'm about
to
to say,
find stuff,
I'll take it a step further.
research.
Like it wasn't even just the encyclopedia. The fact that you had to go to the library to get it, you had to put forth that extra effort to even get it, to make
If you
it accessible to you. You know what I
pull
mean?
a dictionary right now, and I bet you a kid won't even be able to use it. A dictionary.
Right. Yeah.
Pull out a Webster's dictionary, hand it to a kid, and I bet you most of them wouldn't know how to use it.
See, if I'm answering the question, was my childhood better without technology? I'm gonna say yeah, because you were a lot more free. You were a lot more free to have creativity. I'll say that. A lot of things that we did as kids, we kind of made something out of nothing. And at that point, it had nothing to do with being rich. It had nothing to do with being poor.
We made a dollar out of 15 cents.
Because what ended up happening was we were extremely appreciative of everything that we had. I think a lot of kids nowadays take for granted that it wasn't always like this. You know, we had typewriters. There were no keyboards and laptops, and the only computer was down in NASA, and it was in a football field size fucking warehouse, and it needed industrial air conditioners to run the damn thing. Now you get a million times the computing power of that same computer in this small device.
And 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds have them now.
So I'm gonna say my childhood was way better without technology, and it's only because without having technology at our fingertips, it forced me. And I don't want to speak for everybody, but it forced me to, like Flight said, take that extra step when it comes to research. Like a lot of people nowadays, man, if the fuck they don't find the answer on the first page of Google,
that's it.
They flip the fuck out. They stressed out. Like they get anxiety. They not knowing that it's another 1,000 pages behind that first page that you searched. The bad part is everybody's so lazy when it comes to research. They don't even fucking go look for the answers no more. People would rather come to you and say, "Hey, what's the answer? Hey, how do you do this?" Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to put in the effort. So my childhood was better because we understood the value. Like I think I grew up in the perfect time. I was born in 19, and I got to live through the golden era of hip hop. I got to have a childhood where we played basketball, organized sports, basketball, football.
For what they're supposed to be for, basketball.
Exactly. You cut the bottom of that motherfucker out.
And bed frames. Before there was frames, there was crates. Goddamn it.
Yeah.
Yo, listen. You understand? Shout out to the idiots who are doing this hood Olympic shit.
Ain't no shout out. You got to be stupid as shit to do that. You have to be a fucking idiot to do that. Because you're on your way to the hospital when you fall. You're going to the fucking hospital because you're going to fall.
Yo, he just flipped the
And,
fuck out. I didn't even get a
and
chance to
where the
finish
fuck
the
is all
thought.
these crates coming from, though?
I didn't get a chance to finish the thought. He just flipped the fuck out. Like, you see him snap?
But where the fuck are the crates coming from? You got 36 crates from where?
Walmart's selling them now.
That's crazy.
Yep, they selling them.
That's just ridiculous.
Walmart is definitely selling them.
So the thought was, I was gonna say, shout out to these people who doing this Hood Olympics, because you're all gonna end up the same, battered, broken, and in the ER, full of fucking COVID. And you guys are like, what I don't understand is you guys are stressing the system. Like, they already have limited beds because everything now is COVID. If you got a regular cold, you got COVID.
You got COVID.
If you got the flu, you got COVID. If you got a sinus issue whatsoever, you got COVID. If you got strep throat, you got COVID.
Right.
So I'm thinking, with all that's going on in the world, half these niggas with no health insurance, no life insurance, you gonna risk sending yourself to the hospital to climb over some fucking crates?
For what?
Yo.
For what? Yeah, I'm about to say, what is the tell all be all?
The gratification is what?
Listen, I just watched the dude. I think Dawn posted it too. I'm not sure. I don't want to attribute nothing to Dawn if she didn't post it, but dude leg was this way.
His shit was fucked. Oh my God.
His ankle was all the way the fuck over here.
And they talking about, don't touch him, don't touch him.
Don't touch him.
His shit is twisted. His shit twisted like a chicken wing.
Like, they fuck around have to amputate dude's foot. That's how bad his shit was dangling.
Yep.
Like, why? Like, that was such an unnecessary.
And guess what? They stacked the crates back up and another motherfucker went after that. It wasn't even over. They pushed him forward, they pushed him to the side, wait for the ambulance to come, and the next motherfucker went.
They scraped his ass up off the grass and waited for the next. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't fucking understand that shit, man. I really don't understand that shit. So, to answer the question, yes, I feel like my childhood was better without technology. I love technology. I'm a fan of technology. I embrace the technology because, like I said, I think I grew up in the right era. I can appreciate being able to go outside and make something out of nothing. And I'm just as comfortable being outside as I am being inside. So, and then I probably understand, or our generation probably understand or appreciates technology more because we understand what it meant to be without it. Like Tiff said, these kids feel freaking entitled, right?
Yo, give them a rotary phone.
Right. Give them a fucking rotary phone.
That's why when you punish them, you take what? You take the phone.
Yep.
They can't operate without it. They can't function without it.
Let me read this real quick in flight. I want to get back to what you just said. Andrea said kids don't have time to process their emotions these days. As soon as a nasty rumor gets posted or a cruel meme, 1 million people have commented in 2.3 seconds. Some kids never recover from cyberbullying, and I agree. Some kids commit suicide because of cyberbullying. So I agree with that. The flight. What did you just say? I want to make sure I got back to your point.
No, I was saying because I deal with it myself. The number one punishment is run that phone, bro.
Yep.
Oh, Dad, let me stay in the house. No, I need that phone.
You gonna stay in the house and use your phone though.
Right, you're gonna stay in the house and be on your phone. Like, so that's why that's why what most parents saying nowadays, I need your phone because they're so attached to it.
You can't even kick ass no more.
Right.
Tiff said children. Hold on. Tiff said children have a total meltdown and go absolutely crazy when you punish them by taking their phones. That's what I was gonna say. You ever see a kid react from losing their phone?
Their life revolves around their phone.
The shit is the end of the world. Shit is the end of the world. Cell phones are the equivalent of crack to kids.
Yep.
I would agree with that. I would most certainly agree with that.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, let's put a button in that. I do believe our childhood was definitely better without technology. I'm glad I grew up when I did because I can appreciate technology and I can also detach from it when necessary. So
Yep.
I appreciate all the comments. Make sure you guys, continue to share, man. Continue to share. Hit the like button if you're on Facebook. Spam it. Hit the laughing emojis. Do all of that stuff, man. Show us some love. But I wanted to go into the next topic. But before I do, I wanted to play something that I thought was extremely funny. It's like my TikTok video of the week. And I think how y'all feel about that? Because I thought this was really funny. And it's something I might want to do every week. Y'all with that? Ladies and gentlemen,
What
if you
the?
listening, if y'all with that, let me know. Type in yes, no, maybe so. Um uh Here we go. I'm gonna play this and y'all let me know what y'all think, okay?
The fucking world is $281 trillion in debt. To who?
Black people.
That's funny. That's fucking funny.
Ooh. So what y'all think?
Rate me 1 out of 10.
What the fuck is this? Okay. Can I play that one more time, bro? Would y'all be mad at me if I played that one more time?
Nah, go ahead.
All right.
The fucking world is $281 trillion in debt. To who?
Black people.
Black people. All right, so let's get into it, man. We're gonna mess around. Like before we go, like get into this last topic, I gotta show Henry Williams, aka Petey or Pete Williams, and his extremechoices.com. Make sure you reach out and contact him. Go to extremechoices.com to reach out to Pete and see how he can help you help someone or one of your loved ones that's in prison or behind bars or in need of help from prisons or in need of getting them some help in the prison system. Just make sure you guys reach out to Pete Williams, aka Petey, at extremechoices.com. It's spelled with just the X though. It's extreme, just XTREMECHOICHES.com. Look at that. Look at that public school education kick in. And shout out to Coach Ant, who's returning to the Monarchs. And we assured him that we would do a live podcast from a game and or a practice and or a game next season. Shout out to Angry Old Head. He is returning to youth sports. He's going to be coaching. What do you coach, bro?
When I coached the 6-year-olds when I coached.
So what
You
was
still
it?
got that picture I sent you?
Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator,
I was the head
special team?
coach. I was
Oh,
the
the
head
head
coach.
coach.
Yeah, and I coached offense. You still got that picture that I showed you? The reason why I quit.
Oh Lord, why you quit?
I sent you. Did you see that picture I sent you?
What, just now?
No, I sent it to you the other day,
Oh, you ain't send it to me, motherfucker.
and I told you this the reason why I quit.
Wait, I'm looking. Can I show it on air?
Yeah, you can show it. That's why I quit.
I would have to send it to
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it again, man.
I
I was gonna stroke out.
you got it. Mm,
Hold on, man.
I'm
All right.
currently looking
Well, in the
for.
meantime, while they try to find this picture, September 16th, please, everybody, make sure y'all come out
Yeah, tell
to
it to him again.
the
Tell it to him again,
Punchline
Flight.
Philly Punchline Comedy Club. We will have the live broadcast, the big exclusive podcast will be live at the Philly Punchline Comedy Club, and immediately following the live broadcast, you can come right on over into the main ballroom and watch comedian Top Flight, Mike Worm, Jason Rogers, and another special guest perform live at the Philly Punchline Comedy Club. So you get 2 shows for the price of 1. You get the live podcast, which is from 6 to 8, and then immediately following at 8 p.m., you can come on over to the main ballroom and check out the live comedy show featuring comedian Top Flight, Jason Rogers, Mike Worm, and another special guest. Make sure y'all come on out and check that out. September 16th for the live podcast. All right, did we get the picture yet?
Yeah, I got it. I just need to upload it to the system. In the meantime, can somebody read Andrea comment for me, please?
Hold on, hold on.
I'm kind of driving, but I got you. Our parents knew all our friends because they had the knock on our doors or call the house phone. There was more parent control. Kids need boundaries, but hold on, I'm driving. That's hard to monitor when you have technology. I think that's what that said.
All right, so you have some insight on it, bro?
I mean,
you was too busy trying to read. You couldn't think at the same time.
Yeah, you know, you ain't the only one with the public school. That should be the next challenge, the read out loud challenge.
Uh-oh.
Now I know for a fact I'm gonna be one of the motherfuckers that's gonna go viral. I like to take my time and read. I'm one of them. I read it once and then read it again, then I read out loud. I'm that guy.
Flight, get on the John. Murray had Le Lamb. Murray had he snap out.
Sound it out now. Sound it out.
All right, so let's jump into this last topic. We got about 15 minutes left. I tried to put it up there, OG, while you quit, because you definitely look angry as hell. This motherfucker like a midget sumo wrestler.
I had to quit.
You gotta see how angry this like. I wish I could zoom in. Like, you gotta see this nigga. This is 6-year-olds, okay? This is 6-year-old kids, and
they was cheating, man. They was cheating.
He looked like he ready to call up Nino Brown and them, or New Jack, or call motherfuckers who protect Carter to the goddamn 6-year-old game. You gotta relax, OG.
They was cheating, man. I'll appreciate that.
You gotta relax.
They was cheating my youngins. And I had a moment. And somebody caught that moment.
Yeah, see, they was about to ban your ass because you was about to be reckless. So the last topic we got on the docket, man, we want to talk about. And again, I appreciate everybody who tuned into the Big Schools podcast. If you are watching it live, make sure you hit share. If you tuned in to just the audio, make sure you hit the like, leave a comment, subscribe, become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Did you guys know that you could become a Patreon or a patron of the podcast for $1 a month? I don't think that's a lot to ask for, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask for it. If I can get a few people to do that, I'd feel really special about it. Shout out to the people who are already doing it. But with that being said, should you consult your significant other if you want to have plastic surgery? So say, for instance, OG, you come home or you out and about and you decide, you know what? I'm going to go and get me a nose job. I'm tired of this big bell.
No, we're not going to use me as those streets because I don't agree with that shit.
we
have to flip that.
I'm gonna get rid of this big bell pepper ass nose and get me a Michael Jackson hookup. Should you consult your significant other before you go do that?
I mean, we speaking of hypotheticals, and I don't believe that shit. So you have to use another. You have to try something else because I'm not answering that shit because I don't believe in that.
Believe in
with the
what?
plastic surgery. Period. I'm cool on that. Like
Oh,
you
you
should
don't
be
believe?
cool. You should be satisfied with what God gave you. And if you're not, then it's your body. You can do what you want with it. It's your body.
So okay, all right, you don't believe in it. So that's your advice if your significant other comes to you and say, "Yo, I might want to have a BBL or a lift or um, a lip injection or breast reduction or like what happens? Like, do you tell
She
her
not.
no?
She not gonna come to me with it because she gonna already know that I don't agree with that shit. So if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. That's your body. If you want to quite possibly fuck up your body, it's your body. That's your temple, and that's on you. I have no say so in it. I don't agree with it, and that's just that. Like, but to each his own. If you wanna do that to your body, then it's your body.
Tiff said, "Yes, I believe you should consult your significant other." And folks, I understand it comes up on the screen, but you got to understand the audio from this podcast is the podcast that we upload the next day. So if I read it and it's on the screen, it's not because I can't see it. It's because I want the people who only listen to know who said what. So you guys can stop sending those emails and those messages like, why does he read it? It's on the screen. I can read myself. Like, you got to relax. All right, top flight. Should you
Yo,
consult your significant other before you?
Ben, though I was with someone who did that, I wasn't consulted. She told me it's my money. I do what I want. So,
It's safe to
yep,
say that you're not with her no more, though.
this is true. This is true. This is definitely true.
All right,
So,
we running out of time. We got to put a button in that because we actually do have an Ask Angry OG email, and it looks to me like people just finding stuff and sending it to us. I don't think this is people real life, bro. But
It's a
you know,
strawberry letter.
we gonna take it and we gonna run with it. And here it is. The title of it is "I hooked up with a coworker and I regret it." You ready?
Yeah.
It says, "Dear angry ass old head."
Thank
3 months ago, I started working a new company, which I love. 2 weeks ago, I went out with a few people from work and got pretty drunk. And the evening ended with me hooking up with a coworker. Before anything happened, he told me it would be better if we just stayed colleagues, and I agreed. Although we were both pretty drunk, he spent the night at my place and went home early in the morning. When I came to the office on Monday, he didn't even look at me or say hi, and he has been acting like he doesn't know me at all ever since. We work in an open office area, so I cannot come to him and ask him why is he acting this way in front of everybody. I'm afraid to contact him again because I don't want to scare him, and I'm also afraid he will reject me or not reply at all. Things are getting pretty awkward, and I feel like I should do something. I'm still attracted to him, but I'm afraid he doesn't want anything from me, and that is why he is acting the way he is. What should I do? Signed, hooked up with coworker.
I mean, first and foremost, the workplace ain't the only place you can contact him. I'm quite sure you got his phone number. You can call him when you're not in the office and get to the bottom of whatever it is that's going on. Like that workplace stuff, it could go one or two ways. It can go bad or it can go good. And it sounded like hers just was something that happened in the moment, and that's all he wanted, and that's all. He got what he wanted, and that's just that. But the only way to find out, she gonna have to have a conversation with him. It don't have to be in the office in front of everybody. Like you can find that out after work. Like you didn't sleep with him in the office. You didn't see him in the office. You saw him outside of the office. So see him out, talk to him outside of the office, and see what's going on. Like if how did he know that you want more out of whatever it is that y'all got, going forward or whatever, or it was just something that happened because y'all was out and Y'all did what y'all did, and that was that. Like, there's only one way to find out. Hit him up outside of the office and have a grown, adult conversation with him. I actually saw somebody that we didn't work together, but we worked in the same office, and
Watch it, sucker.
it was cool though. I mean, it
Watch
wasn't
it,
bad.
sucker.
What you mean watch it?
So listen, you got a question as well too, OG.
Yeah.
So Lakeisha Francis says, so OG, how about if she would like to have a breast reduction due to chronic back pain? Are you still in disagreement?
Well, if that's for health reasons though. Like, if that's for health reasons, there is such a thing as, having back pain from, carrying around the melons all day, every day. So if that's your way of alleviating the pain, then that's what you do. But a breast reduction for pain is not the same as a BBL or, all the other stuff that they get to it's supposed to enhance their bodies or whatever. I'm not that augmentation and all that and enhancements. I'm totally against all that. Whatever the good Lord gave you is what you're supposed to have. You should be satisfied with it.
All right, I hear that. Last comment before we jump into our normal one too. Andrea said there was a woman who secretly had plastic surgery prior to meeting her husband. He was shocked when their baby was born, looking nothing like the mother's new face. He sued and won. That is wild.
Yeah.
That is wild because that just
Yeah, that's
means
crazy.
how much surgery did she had to have?
Yeah.
I wish I'd have known that. I wish I would have known that prior to the show, because I would have found that and put that up on the screen, because that's insane.
That's crazy. Like you said, how much did she have done? And she probably totally don't look. It's like the Michael Jackson shit. You look at the Michael Jackson, look at his album cover off the wall, and look at him later on in life. That don't even look like the same person. Look at
No.
Lil Kim. Look at Lil Kim.
Oh, Lil Kim is tragic.
I'm about to say, yeah,
That's sad. It's sad though that people really don't be satisfied with what and then you what you do is you just totally fuck yourself up. Like it just you and you don't even realize it.
There's a picture online.
It definitely becomes addictive.
Yeah. I
Once
worked in
you
the
start,
office.
you can't stop.
We shared office space with a plastic surgeon when I did the billing and coding for GI practice. We share office space with plastic surgeons. And they was coming in getting that stuff done.
Man, you was right there and you couldn't get them to do nothing with that face.
Listen, man, we ain't even gonna get on look because I got a story to tell about that. And we, about our cartoon, our caricatures or whatever. Yours was cool for the whole year you was using it. Then when I got mine done, you talking about, oh no, I got to get mine done over again. First of all, you don't look better than me in real life, so the cartoon ain't gonna look better than. So just be satisfied with what God gave you, man. Carla and Fluffy did a nice job by you, man. Just cut it out.
First of all, bitch.
Here we go.
First of all, 3 fucking things you just did. I don't appreciate none of that shit, okay? The first thing is the cartoons was drawn in a completely different fucking style. 2, I don't know if the fuck you handsome or not. I never considered the shit. I never considered, do I look better than you? Similar? I don't give a fuck. I don't look at you.
I'm considering it.
3rd,
I was offended.
You fucking going to say Carla and Fluffy did a good job? You piece of shit. You don't even get a final word this week, bitch.
Get him out of here. I got to come back on for that one. I'm sorry.
Yo, it's my old address, 756 North 41st Street. 756. We winded down the Big Exclusive Podcast with Top Flight Angry OG.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do what we do every week. which is everybody, we're going to pass it around the horn. Everybody get to say whatever it is that they want to say. You get a minute and a half, looks like this week. And whoever wants to start first can start first. Who would like to go first?
I got it. I'm gonna take the wheel. Listen, make sure y'all come out again September 16th. It's going down in a major way. I'm super excited. Hands down, I'm the first comedian to ever do a live podcast and then immediately follow and have a comedy show after. So please come. Make sure y'all come check us out September 16th at the Philly Punchline Comedy Club. I know it's a weekday. Some of y'all got to work. It's all good. Just come out and support what we're doing. Have a good time. Come watch the podcast live. Come see Angry Old Head. Come see Big Shane. Come see me. And then we're going to laugh the night away. So September 16th, make sure y'all mark it down and y'all lock it in. Come check us out. Peace.
Tommy ain't got no job.
It's an unemployment show.
Tommy. All right, man. I'm gonna let you end it, so I'm gonna go next.
I just want to piggyback what he said about September the 16th. We need everybody to come out and support it or whatever. And I might do something special that night. I might have a couple shots and do the podcast. After having a few shots.
Holy
shit. Speaking on it, he the first comedian. He got a lot of firsts on this show, man. He was the first one to take his shit live on the air.
Facts.
He did something else first too, didn't he?
He definitely
He
did.
fell asleep. He was the first one to fall asleep.
Facts.
He got a lot of firsts, man.
He was the first one to get grind up by the whole audience.
By the whole, yeah. He got a lot of firsts.
Audience.
I appreciate that, but he's a good brother. He got a lot of firsts.
He definitely is.
But we definitely need everybody to come out and support this show. I think it's going to be nice. I think it's going to be fun. And I don't know. I'm going to have to get it together to be able to do it.
If you drinking?
I might freeze and shit for the people. Hey, I might be like you freeze.
Yo, appreciate you. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if Angry OG drinking September 16th, y'all in for a real fucking show. I'm telling you now. Y'all think he angry and wild and say some off the wall shit now? You got to catch him when he fucked up. Or at least buzzed. He don't get fucked up. He try to get other people fucked up. He don't get fucked up. But yeah, him with a buzz is out of control. You remember what you did to me at Tommy's, right?
Oh, you had that was a time of your life that night, though.
He right. I did have a good fucking time. I'm not even gonna lie. But there's 1 minute left. I want to thank everybody who locked in right now. I appreciate each and every one of your likes, your comments. I appreciate the support. If you shared it, I can't thank you guys enough. You just don't understand how much that means to me, how much that means to Facebook's algorithm. Make sure you guys share. If you want to be on the show, inbox me. If you have something to talk about, if you want to sponsor the show, if you want to donate to the show, inbox me, Top Flight, or Angry OG. Whatever you need to do to get at us. Our business email is big exclusive media at gmail.com. That's big exclusive media at gmail.com. Kayla, Cameron, Daddy, love you guys to the moon and back. Just remember, nothing's impossible if you're willing to work hard for it. And I know you guys are smart enough to do anything it is that you want in this world. And like I said, I love you. 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 I love you.